You are listening to GameBreak, brought to you by HNE.
This video is sponsored by... In an effort to make the game feel more like being a real city planner and retain a balance online, Maxis has refined SimCity in such a manner that those megapolises from previous games are a thing of the past. Depending upon the map selected and the size of the city and its available resources may vary. Continuing an effort started in a previous game in the series, cities can specialize. They can produce resources, entertainment, research, and more. A decision does not necessarily need to be made right away, but it helps in planning the city's layout to know in advance. This new SimCity enables players to interact online via larger regional maps that allow for multiple cities to be built. Neighboring cities can then engage in mutual aid pacts to exchange information and share services. They are useful, especially when a city lacks the emergency services needed to stop a major tragedy. On the local level, players must begin by laying out roads. They can then build a power plant and other utilities. Once the infrastructure has been laid out, the player must classify areas along the roads as residential, commercial, and industrial zones. Placing residential zones next to industrial zones is always a bad idea. Use commercial zones as a buffer. Also remember to place the waste treatment plants as far away as possible. On the structural level, most of the buildings available to players can be customized. For example, police stations can have additional jails and garages installed to increase capacity. Schools can add classrooms and buses to accommodate an increasing population. Utility plants can even be modified as needed. Building is never free, so players must remember to adjust the taxation levels accordingly to earn more income. SimCity's offline mode is much like the online mode, but without the support from other players. While the maps may be larger, the gameplay is not much different. SimCity does offer a lot of downloadable content to mix things up. While this is not the same SimCity that some may remember, it has its own merits that are worth checking out.
To read more in relation to what was covered in this segment, previews, reviews and other game-related articles, log on to www.haslage.net.